What's going on, people? It's Hypnofist. Hope you're good. Hope you're safe. I just wanted to push a video out real quick on this subject. Now, it's already been discussed from last week. Several outlets have been talking about, the agreement in principle of the AJ versus Fury fight. It's a 2-fight deal. And the financial terms have been agreed initially. I mean, they've been agreed in principle. Nothing's been put down to pen to paper. No contracts have been signed, obviously, because Fury's got to take care of Wilder first, and AJ may likely have to take care of his mandatory with Pulev. And there's also the Dillian White situation, which I touched on in my last video. And it looks like Dillian may be getting his shot after all before AJ. So there's still a few roadblocks to go before the fight happens. But the purpose of this video is to quickly, discuss why I don't think is to discuss the location of the fight. Now, me personally, I believe that the fight, even though they're both British fighters, I believe that the fight won't take place in Britain. I don't think that the fight is going to happen in the UK at all. I believe that they're going to be going back to Saudi for this one. The reason being that, the main number one reason, if I'm honest with you, is simple. It's they make more money in Saudi. You might think, how are they going to make more money in Saudi? It's very simple. The Saudis are going to pay them an outrageous amount of money, I believe. Now, obviously, AJ got the mega payday when he fought Ruiz for the rematch in Saudi. But one thing that people haven't realized is that there's more incentive for AJ to fight in Saudi than there is in the UK. The real reason why why they went to the Saudi for the first one, I believe, is pretty simple. AJ fighting in Saudi means that he gets to keep more money from the total purse paid, because the money earned in Saudi, I don't think it'll be. I don't think he has to pay HMRC. The tax on. So I think he will. Yeah, I think being that So basically, AJ fighting in Saudi means that he doesn't have to pay tax on his purse. Being that it's the money earned in Saudi Arabia, when it comes back to the UK, he doesn't have to pay any tax on it, and that's probably likely the real reason why they went to Saudi in the first place. The kind of purses AJ's earning, he's in the 50%, tax bracket. Even though he does get paid for his company, he doesn't actually get paid. It goes through a company, and they minimize their tax obligations, I believe. But I think the same thing is going to happen for the Tyson Fury and AJ fight when it does eventually happen. I don't think that the fight will be in the UK at all. Even if they do 100k in Wembley, the fact that AJ can bring the money in and not have to pay tax on it, they're still not going to get anywhere near the kind of money that that they would. The UK, if it was in the UK, it still wouldn't touch. The kind of money that AJ would actually take home from doing the fight in Saudi, simply because the tax, it doesn't have to be paid, I believe. It's a look, these guys are businessmen first and foremost. We like to think that the fans come first, but in reality it's a business. Think about it. AJ was talking about, just before the Saudi fight was initially announced, he was talking all about, I need the fans to support me in Wembley. If I've got 90,000 people screaming and all of that, that will help me get over the edge and beat him. And then 3-4 days later, Saudi Arabia was announced. So don't be fooled by what these guys say, man. They're businessmen first and foremost. If they can go to Saudi Arabia and get paid $100 million or $200 million each, £200 million or whatever, whatever they pay them, Um, and they know that they don't have to pay the tax when the money comes back to the UK. Of course, he's going to take the fight in Saudi. Who wouldn't? You know what I mean? If someone's offering you 100,000 to do a job in Saudi, and you do the same job here for 30 grand, but then you're going to have to pay tax on it, of course you're going to go over to another country, earn the money quickly, and then come back and not pay the tax. So I don't believe that AJ is going to fight. I don't think the AJ and the Fury fight is going to happen in the UK at all. I think it's going to, when it does eventually happen, if it does, I mean, there's a lot of obstacles. Wilder might win the titles back. Fury may drop the WBC belt, instead of White fighting Dillian White. There's a lot of roadblocks there. There's a lot of things that have to fall in place for this fight to actually happen. Being that if they do, I don't think the fight's going to be in Saudi. I hope it is in the UK, but I doubt it. I think, having a bit of understanding on it, I think that I'm predicting that the fight's going to be in Saudi Arabia or Dubai. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I just wanted to put it out there just in case. But I believe that it will be in Saudi. I don't think it will be in the UK. I think they'll make more money abroad. AJ and Fury won't have to pay tax to HMRC if it's abroad as well. So there's a huge financial incentive to do the fight abroad. So yeah, I just thought I'd just put this video out quickly, just get my thoughts out on it. And like I said in the previous video, it seems that Suliaman looks like Suliaman's sticking to his word to get this fight to happen. But to be honest, I'm not really holding my breath that Suliaman's going to make White fight for the WBC title before AJ does. I think there's a lot of things. There's a lot of pressure from I think there'll be some talk behind the scenes, because look, you've got Dillian White, he's Matchroom, and then you've got Tyson Fury, who is ESPN / Top Rank. So being that they have this mega payday in front of them with AJ potentially lined up, taking a fight with Dillian White is very risky. I mean, look, Dillian's said that in the past, that he's knocked out Fury in sparring. Sparring rumors, you don't really put too much into them. But if there is any truth to that, or I know that I'm pretty sure that they've sparred in the past as well. So they know each other pretty well. But for some reason, Fury doesn't seem to be very keen on fighting Dillian White. I mean, he got the opportunity to fight for the Diamond Belt last year, which was ordered by which I think it was either ordered or mandated by the WBC, and Fury refused. After Fury called him out, he said, "I'll fight Dillian White." And when the WBC said, "Okay, you can fight for the Diamond Belt," Fury turned around and said, "No, I'm not going to do that." So, and now it seems he's been putting out a statement about he doesn't want to fight Dillian White, and he may drop the WBC title. So for some reason, Fury doesn't want to fight Dillian White for some reason. So there may be something into the story about Dillian chinning for Fury in sparring or something, or But then at the same time as well, ESPN, they're gonna have to recoup on $100 million investment, and I don't think that they're gonna want to take a risky fight against Dillian when they have the mega payday or the return on investment against AJ in the next one. So there may be some sort of push from ESPN and Top Rank to not take the Dillian White fight and recoup the money against AJ. But maybe they may get elevated to the franchise championship, and Dillian White becomes the full world champion. There's a lot of things that can go wrong with this fight, man. So I believe that there's still a long way to go before this fight happens. But I mean, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it'll be interesting. It'll be an interesting 12 months once things resume and the big time boxers start fighting again after this COVID clears up. But my initial thoughts on the AJ Fury fight. I think Fury likely beats AJ on points. But obviously closer to the time I'll do an official prediction video. But yeah, I just really wanted to touch on this possible location. I think Saudi. I don't think the fight will be in the UK, but hopefully I'm proven wrong. Anyway, if you like the video, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications if you like this kind of content. I may be posting up a quick prediction video as well. So just just stay tuned and keep your eyes out. All right, peace.